Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss first three problems of the Educational Codeforces Round 170. The first three questions were more or less not that difficult as they typically are. So let's see the first question. So in 1 second we can do one of the following action. Okay. So we are given two strings and we want to type them out in the minimum number of time. So what operations we can do is choose a screen and just write the letter. Or what we can do is copy the sequence from the other screen and overwriting the complete one on the other screen, right? So as you can see in this example, so one word is garage and the other is garage for sale. So string one, if it is something like okay, and then we have string 2 and it is something. So what we can do is like whatever part is common in them, we can just use it to save time. Like we can just copy paste the same thing here, and whatever extra parts are left, we need to type it out individually. So the idea is simple, the question is simple. Just find out the length of the common prefix in both the strings. And okay, so now copying also needs 1 second, right? So let's say the length is L of the common prefix. So if the time to write this was s1 dot size and this was s2 dot size, so the total time reduced was s1 size plus s2 size, and we just skip this common L part, right? But now this copying this part takes 1 second, so this. So our answer will be length of S1 plus length of S2 minus length of common prefix plus 1. So we take the input and we just pass to them and we find out the common length, and this is the same operation like length minus minus is the same operation of adding one here, and just we print out this one. So problem one was very easy. So problem two. So we are given a piece of code, right? And he made an error here. So we need to find the C of Niki, right? So if we find this expression, this is very similar to the our binomial identity of NCR, but now instead of using this one, he wrote this one. So if you have no idea how to solve this binomial, you can just print out this code and see what we are getting. So if you try to just dry run this code, you will see this is the pattern. So n goes downwards and r goes left rightwards. So at any point we can see that they are all powers of 2. So only the part is when uh, r R is 0 or R is n. So at that time we need to print out 1. Otherwise, it's just the power of 2 raised to R. So we just can print out 2 raised to ki modulo 10 raised to 9 plus 7, and that will be our answer. So what we do is we pre-calculate all the powers of 2, we modulo them, and we just print out the that power of 2. So this was simple again. Okay. So we have n cards, right? And for a particular value, we can have multiple cards of them. But now what we can do is we can choose a number x, and on the next turn, we can only choose a number x or x plus 1. Also, we are given that the number of cards, distinct number on those should not exceed k. So what we'll do is we'll first try to sort the values in a map. So what we can do is we'll just store all the AIs and their counts C1, C2, C3, and so on. So now the catch is like if both these are consecutive and we don't and we can take this element, like if the current count of distinct elements is less than k, we can do this. But if they are not, they don't have a consecutive difference of one, so we'll get a new start from here. So basically we are, so if this is the error, what we can do is take a strip of k, length k, if all the elements are consecutive, right? And if we don't find a consecutive pair, we can just break it from there and we can start a next range from there. So this is the idea, and at every part we just take the maximum of whatever cards we were able to get uh, at any point in this range. So how can we implement this is like how I did was we take a sorted map, push in the values, and we take care of the values in our range using a queue. So let's just initialize the what we encountered last as -1. So if basically this is the beginning condition, so we get our current count to the count of first value, we add it to the queue, we increase the length, and our last visited element becomes that element, right? This one. So now once we get our first one, now for the second one, the difference should be 1. Like A2 should be, if A2 has to be included, it should be 1, right? Or like we can also count take all of these A1s in the same operation, right? Because we can select X or X plus 1, right? So now if they are consecutive and if our current length is less than k, we can directly add it to our current value, increase the length, and add that value in the queue. Else now, if we already have enough elements in our queue, that is this range. So if the length is equal to k, then we need to terminate the last element of the range and increase the range from here to here. Uh, so we always satisfy this condition. So what we'll do is we'll take the maximum first and we will pull the first element from the queue. We'll add this, the latest element to the queue and to their current answer. And our last will visited becomes this element. And at every point, we'll just take care of the maximum of whatever cards we are able to find. And yeah, this was just it. You can find all the codes in the description. Thanks a lot.